Welcome and thank you guys all for coming to our Black Excellence Assembly. Our theme for our assembly this year is Remembering the Times, as we reflect and honor the entire dysphoria of Black history. Washington High School also thanks our community stakeholders that are here as well. We look forward to your continued support as we celebrate the history and the culture of our staff and students.
Next, I would like our Black staff and ask them to come to the stage.
Hello, my name is Melody Marstick, and I am a junior, and I participate in the Academy for Scholastic and Personal Success, Bridges, Committee WHS, Speech, and Track. The birth of African American history occurred in 1773 when Phyllis Wheatley, known as the first African American author to publish a book about poetry, published her first book, an elegiac poem, on the death of the celebrated George Whitefield. Later around the 20th century, Langston Hughes, who is not only a famous poet but is also a social activist. His famous poem, Harlem, exemplifies the negative effects that oppression and racism had on African Americans at the time. All these well-known poets use their words to express themselves, with the hope of changing the world, one poem at a time. Coming to the stage, we have Janiyah Smith sharing her poem, A Black Teen's Dream.
I am doing a poem called A Black Teen's Dream. A Black Teen's Dream. To be seen, not just to be seen, but for you to see me as another kid just chilling and living life. Not to be seen as a little black child who doesn't belong in a particular neighborhood. I want to do what Trayvon Martin didn't get to do. I want to walk to the store and get a packet of Skittles and an ice cold tea while wearing my favorite hoodie that my dad got me, without fear of being shot or some snacks I just bought. A Black Teen's Dream. To get the opportunity to be able to dream. To go to a space like Macy, Jamison, and live the dream that Dr. King yearned for.
This next performance have infused dance styles from Congo, Burundi, Tanzania, the Caribbean, and hip hop.
By originally combining work songs, African saying, and makeshift instruments and rhythms, we are now blessed with the music we know and love today. Next coming to the stage is Kevin B.F. Bird.
See, when I was you guys' age, I looked at the world and I said, man, things are getting better. I'm glad my kids ain't gonna have to deal with this mess. And I was cool with that. What I didn't do was the work to make sure that my kids weren't gonna have to deal with it. So to each and every one of y'all, I'm sorry. You know, when I was born was when Dr. King was giving the I Have a Dream speech. I had every opportunity to work my tail off to make sure that each and every one of y'all were looking at each other and not having to deal with this. And I'm sorry. It's back on y'all, just like it was on me. I encourage you guys, don't get complicit. Don't be okay with. Because understand, musicians, poets, storytellers. They've been giving us breadcrumbs on how to treat each other forever. Matter of fact, the song that I'm about to perform for you, when you put it into perspective, is actually the most beautiful protest song we've ever been given, in my opinion. Well, I see skies of blue, clouds of white, I see the bright blessed day, Lord, and I see the cold, dark, sacred night. Makes me think to myself, yeah, what a wonderful world. Well, now I see all of the colors of the rainbow. They're so pretty in the sky, and they're also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? But they're really saying, I love you. I sit and I look out and I see y'all, and I remember sitting in those seats and seeing somebody that was kind of like me sitting up here trying to tell me things. And I was that dude. I was that one that was just like, you can't tell me. I know how this works. I'm the one that's got to go be in the street. I'm the one that's got to figure this out. But understand this, and I'm gonna tell you this. This is one thing that I wish there's one little piece of wisdom I wish I would have allowed to exist when I was y'all's age. You will cross paths with very few people that honestly want to see you fail. You will cross paths in your entire lifetime with very few people that honestly want to see you fail.
I want to ask you all, how many of you are asked to lead at some point in your lives? At some point in your lives, you need to lead with an L, not eat. Lead. Now, how many of you, when you have been a leader, have wondered what you should do? You didn't just know the answer right away. Well, the next person that's coming up has been one of those people who's helped guide me over the last, 2 years? Last 2 years, we've had a lot of deep conversations, because when you're tasked with leading a school of 1,400 students and 100 adults, you've got challenges and you don't always have the right answer. You don't always know what to do, and you need trusted people who can coach you to make the right decisions.
My heart and my passion is with youth work, namely with Black youth. But youth, the older I get, the more I'm realizing that youth, no matter what you look like, it don't matter. I don't know how else to say it, and it's weird for me even to say it, because I went from this pro-black phase in my life. And so now as I get older, I'm realizing we have got to recognize our common humanity. You know what I'm saying? And so a part of recognizing our common humanity is for those of you who have a little bit more melanin in your skin to recognize the power that you hold. Okay? And I'm gonna say it again because things have been crafted, okay, designed, intentionally put together so that you didn't recognize your power. And so I'm here to tell y'all that you got all the power that you could ever imagine. Now you say, how do I got power? I don't believe in magic. Well, let me tell you how. I used to sit in similar like bleachers as y'all. I'm not from here, but I used to sit in similar bleachers, okay? I was always a shy kid. I did not like talking in front of people. That was not my thing. And in fact, I struggled even asking for packets of ketchup from people at McDonald's. You feel me? And so like my mom would really instill in me to speak up and to use my voice. And at the time, I thought she was just being hard on me, and it's just like, you know? But as I've gotten older, I've recognized the power that I hold. I've recognized the power of my voice, and I've recognized like the power of humanity, for real, for real.
We are Washington High School speech team, and we are a 3-person ensemble acting, which is one of the categories. Now, we did all state this year, and we'll be going So this weekend we'll be going against 20 other of the best ensemble actings in the state of Iowa for the Critics' Choice banner. This piece is important to the 3 of us because, one, it's just the 3 of us. 3 African American children making an acting piece of work. When we all know Black actors are treated the right way when it comes to something like this. So with that being said, we wanted to show and we wanted to convey that we don't have to be supporting characters. We can be the main characters. We can be the topic of conversation. We want to convey what us 3 can do as African American actors.
The Warriorettes are Washington High School's first Majorette team and the first Black Majorette team in Iowa. Majorette teams in America date back to the 1960s and adapted from Dutch carnival dancers. African American Majorette teams are a mixture of jazz, ballet, West African, and hip-hop dance styles.
Black community has always been known for being the originators of many artistic music genres, one of them being jazz. The history of jazz proves that Black musicians are inventors and innovators, which has always been a major accomplishment in the community, although commercial success in the jazz community was mainly obtained by white people at the time. Jazz is a music genre that originated in the late 19th century and early 20th century among the Black community.
Remember what you heard today. Take something from it and use it.